For the distributed law, it will be something like this law. So it will be a to the x plus a to the y. Or you can use FOIL. That means first, outer, inner, last. Squaring binomial. First, you have to square the first one like this, and then 2 times the first term times the second term times the second term squared. And it's the same like this for this, but with a negative sign.
First you put a to the third power, then you add 3 times a to the second power times b plus 3 times a plus b to the second power plus b to the third power. And for subtraction it will be a to the third power minus 3 a to the second power times b plus 3 times a times b to the second power minus b to the third power.
In conjugate binomials, the only thing you have to do is the difference of two squares, and that means you have to put x squared minus b squared.
First you square the x plus a plus b times x plus a times b.
Okay, in binomials times a special trinomial, you have to make sure that this sign is different from this one. It has to be the opposite, and the answer here will be a to the cube plus b to the cube. And in here, you see we have plus and less, so it will be and also it has to follow the rule that this has to be squared here, and this has to be multiplied here, and this one squared here. If it doesn't apply the rule, all the rules, it can be done this formula.
The letter that is repeated, you put it outside the parentheses, and the difference, you put it inside. That's the answer.
Okay, when you have only two terms, there are only two formulas you can use. Difference of two squares and sum of difference of cubes. So in here, you have to put x plus y and x plus y. The other formula is the one of sum of difference of cubes, and you also have to have two terms, but in this one is cube instead of square, and then you have to put a plus b. In case you have positive, it has to be the same, and then a squared minus, it has to be remember, it has to be different, minus ab plus b, no, b squared, and then it's the same in here in negative, just you have to put the negative sign, and here it has to be opposite, and then ab plus b.
The formula to factorize a cube of a binomial will be a plus b to the cube. But we need to analyze first if we could use this formula. First, the first term has to be squared plus 3 times a squared plus b plus 3 again. And this one has to be squared. Only if you have the formula like this, you could use this formula.
In perfect square trinomial, you have to make sure that x is squared, y is squared, and in here you have to have 2 times the product of x and y. If this happens, then you have to put x plus y second, or in and this formula you can apply it if there are 3 terms.
Okay, here you have to follow, in our perfect square trinomial, you have to follow a series of steps. The first step is that you have like 3 terms. Then you have to check if there's a greatest common factor. Here there's no greatest common factor. And then you have to multiply the first and the second. It will be like this. You put an x and multiply the first and the last. It will be 9. And this one you put it here. So you have to find a term, 2 numbers that multiply. They give you 9, and so they added, they give you -10. So in this case it will be -9 and 1, and you have to do it like this. And then you have to factor by grouping, doing this. And this will be so the answer will be
Okay, in here you have to group the binomial like this, and then you factor this one, x 1 plus x, and then in here it's y 2 and x times 1. So then you have to check if this is the same, and it's the same, so you put this one and this one, x plus y to 2 and x plus 1, and this is your answer.
que ya dejó de grabar.
Sí.